Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. Today with the second part of assembling the empire over Jedha City from Mould King. Model number is 21007. It's an over 5,000 piece set here. That's a really big, impressive set. This is a stolen mock from the Mocker 1 case. The PDF instructions are from Lego Lintje or something like that. It sounds like a Netherlands or Dutch, I don't know. I'm here from German, Lego Lintje. I would pronounce it this way. I don't know. Okay, this is a fantastic looking set. When I first saw this 2 years ago, or when it came out, I was blown away, and I'm now happy I have it in my hands. Link in the description goes to the set, and the other link goes to the original instructions. If you want to buy them, please consider that, because with instructions and set are $200 and for over 5,000 pieces. And if you rebrick this and have nothing of the pieces already at home, it's a real expensive mock. 5K and a lot of parts that are not so often wedge blades in the colors. Okay. The original PDF has the same problem like the instructions here. You have a static view, and it makes not a big deal when you're assembling the little hill here. But when you start assembling here over the city, then sometimes it's not easy to see we're assembling here, because you have this view the whole time. So something like that is the angle you view at this. So it's not always easy. Sometimes it's more guessing than knowing. But I made it so far. One missing piece. Oh, I don't know, missing. Perhaps I assembled something wrong, because I have... Normally this should be not a light bluish grey wedge blade, it should be a brown. I have two browns over in the other direction, so perhaps I assembled another wedge blade wrong. That on 18 layers of wedge blades, that could happen. And so this is an asymmetric build, it doesn't matter. If you have a missing piece, just use another. If it's not green or yellow, even black would fit in. So, okay. The quality is very, very good of the pieces, no problems at all. It's not sorted into any building steps, so you have to open all the bags, all the hundreds of bags. I don't know, I'm sure over 100 bags. And yes, here, yeah? 5K. And you need a lot of space. You really need a lot of plastic dishes and or porcelain, I don't know. Well, a lot of dishes. And if possible, not the one you're eating with your family, like I did with some of the dishes. Yes, my wife is not so happy, because so stop talking, Frank, start building. If you haven't watched it, watch part 1. And if you don't want to see how I assemble it, then at least watch part 3, the final review. Over an hour for this little bit of city. It's exhausting to search the parts and search in the instructions and look to bring them on the right position. I don't know if this is all exactly as it should be, as is in the instructions, but I don't care. It's a city, so there's no right or wrong. It should only look cool and with a lot of shapes and colors. And now it's getting colorful. We have dark red, sand green, yellow, gold, metallic, orange. Now it's really, wow. Just not like Friend said, but okay, no. But it makes no fun, because we have still this angle, you don't see where to put exactly the parts. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting. But when you want, if you know what, pretty things need hard work. If you mean something crafting by your hand, or if you want to look good, you have to do something. And that's the same here. I have to go through hell to have the heaven of the empire over Jedha. 3 hours of assembling this here. 3 or 3.5 hours. That's so exhausting. But it looks amazing. It really does. Scale-wise, very cool. Some special pieces on special locations. A lot of stuff. These. Where are you? I know you are there. He's hiding in the dark. Man, this here in light bluish, dark bluish, grey and white. 150 of them here in the set, at least. That's everywhere. It's up to 4 layers. It's really cool. This set is so cool. I know I'm repeating myself, but it is the truth, and I don't care. Like expected, the next are panels to cover here, the red part, and it's really a lot of layers for just a panel here to cover the city. And here's a lot of dark tan, and there cannot be much more. A lot of panels here with dark tan because I don't have enough, and I believe it will be here fixed or placed because here's a lot of dark tan, and okay, here too. So I don't know, we will see. I have to look in the instructions, but I wanted to show you these are, I can hammer here hours, and it will, with every beat, it will go micrometers down. So many layers. There's always a little gap. Okay, so I have to build 12 more of this. How happy I am to build 12 more of these panels. Oh, I'm the luckiest guy in the universe. Okay, don't complain, Frank, build. So this is the panel we started, and 2 hours and 9 panels later, we are not finished. So this is really a pain in the ass work. Absolutely exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. So 1/3 to go. A lot of work. Man. This is... You need really a hard will for this set. You see the picture of this great set, and then you have the hard will to achieve that goal, to have this set in your living room, and you can be proud of yourself that you did it. Oops, I did it again. I believe something is wrong here. The middle pillars are too high. I believe. This is not standing really good here. Oh, the next milestone is finished. Oh man, this was really a hard work to do. But alright, we've done it. So at the end, these are 3 building steps. The ground, the city and the Star Destroyer. I'm starting now. I hope the Star Destroyer will not break my will. I hope it's manageable. I don't know. So far. Now I have only light bluish and dark bluish grays left. I sorted all the colored parts out. These are all the pieces I have over. So perhaps there was one missing piece. I don't know if I did this wrong here. So I don't know if I have a missing piece or not. The rest all was there, and there are 2 wedge plates on the other side in dark, in brown. Perhaps they sorted it wrong. I don't know. And if I'm honest, I don't care. So this is the ground structure of our Imperial Star Destroyer. And so now imagine the Vader theme. Cool. I'm really looking forward. So sorry still for the bad lighting here, but I'm still in our garden hut, our garden villa, 1 room. And we have the frame for our little Imperial Star Destroyer. This is the cool. That's the best part of a Star Destroyer, the back with the thrusters. And it's nicely made here. It's okay. It's nicely made. This theme makes actually fun. At least more fun as the rest of the set. So far, okay. I'm looking forward. I hope everything is here and is starting to look really cool. This is the interesting part of the set for me, build-wise, to what technique they used, or one case used to get the shape. And at the moment I think he's done a good job. I'm still in the exile in our summer garden kitchen hut, and I assembled the first part of the bridge here. Yeah. And the first of 4 covers. That's the same as in the Super Star Destroyer or in the Star Destroyer. You build 1 big blade, a flimsy big blade, and then you connect it somehow to the frame. In the old Star Destroyer it was with magnets. Now it's with ball joints with the newer one. With the Venator from Lepin and from I don't know the designer anymore, Anzio, I don't know, Anzio. He made it with magnets too. The Super Star Destroyer has another technique to connect this. Here we do it with ball joints. We have 4 ball joints, and you see here in the frame the other side, and this is the downside of the left wing. It's a little bit flimsy, and overall here are 25 or so of these, the turntables, and in the whole set are over 100 of these turntables. So if you have the possibility to buy the King version instead of the Mould King version here, then you will missing the turntables. So if you want to save $10, because the King version is a little bit cheaper, but $10 and you have the trouble to order here hundreds of turntables, it's not worth it. So better buy the Mould King version. How I said, this is a little bit flimsy and no building fun at all. Of course, when you take pressure on a point, it can break on another, and it's flimsy, it has no fancy building techniques. Okay, I have to do 4 of this. Okay. So I try to assemble this for our frame without losing my mind. And this is how it looks when you attach both underplates. I missed something this here on the other side because they are totally symmetrical. I never had such much problems with these instructions. It's not only the angle, it's the sheer number of forgotten building steps I've overseen. Normally that happens 1 or twice a set, but here it happens 20 times. I missed a building step and wondered in the next, oh, what did I wrong? And yes, meanwhile I know I had missed something in the beginning. I was not sure. So both of the blades are holding perfect in these ball joints here, no problem at all. It's relatively stable. The weight is on both sides the same exactly, or nearly exactly, so okay. One problem I believe will be the front, where all the 4 blades come together, and there you see it hangs a little bit through here in the air. The last ball joint is somewhere here, and it's not easy to find the solution because it's angled. You can not just use a blade. I will see when all 4 blades are on and they are hanging or they're standing too wide, then I will use a gray small band, and once around a knob and done. With the normal distance of looking at the set, you won't see that I cheated in the front. We will see how far they will stand apart. Okay, so second part now was a much easier build than the first blade. First blade I needed nearly an hour, and for the second only 15-20 minutes. So that was, if you're good in building directly symmetrical, then build both blades in one step. So you only have to search one time. That saves you a lot of time because they're symmetrical, and if you have enough space and a brain that can mirror things good, then do it in one step. I believe the both structures for here, for the over part, this part, the upper part, not over part, upper part is the same. So I believe I will start building them symmetrically and hope to save some time. First or next step after assembling the both blades underneath our Star Destroyer is attaching it to his stand on this transclear Technic beams, lift arms, and it's connected with 4 of the 3 length pins with X. And here, this construction is not so solid. This is a really flimsy little tower, and it has some weight. Most weight is covered here, but it has some weight, and you see it bends a little bit forward. It bends a little bit forward. We will see how, when I make it straight, it can slide around. If I push it a little bit forward, it's between 2 plates. It can't slide around. So this is the better solution, but then the tower is a little bit like the tower from Pisa in Italy. I don't know if in English the city has the same name. I don't believe so, but you know, there's one city in Italy with a famous not straight tower, so you know what I mean. There are some here, the band here, you have little gaps, but we have a gap here. We have little gaps there where you can see, if you go totally clear, the red underneath. But that doesn't matter at all, because this set is meant to be watched at least with 50-60 centimeters distance, or 2 or 3 meters, and then this set just looks awesome. Man, is this cool. I'm so glad. This set is really pure work, no fun at all building it, or mostly no fun at all. But the look, man, this is great. This is great. Okay, so I assembled the last 2 plates. So I'm building the upper plates simultaneously, symmetrically, mirrored, and that's the much better way. So do this for all the 4 plates, or the 2 on the bottom and the 2 on the upper side, build them mirrored, and simultaneously you save a lot of time, really. A big amount of time is going to search for the pieces, and yes, so you saving half of the time. In the plates on the down of the destroyer, on the bottom, are the plates are the 2 plates high, and these here. Here we have 6 plates for the big plate. That's a real. This is really heavy and solid. It's getting thinner to the outside, but on the inside here it's really thick and heavy. So I believe I have still 400 parts around me, something like that. Not 200, 300, I don't know. Perhaps there are a lot of spare parts, so I can't. We will see. But this here is actually not a lot of fun, but more entertaining than the lower big plates here. So, okay, at the end you get a little bit satisfied with building fun. But always at the end. Always, only at the end. Oh, nearly at the end. A lot of layers. These are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At least 12 layers. That's amazing. And now we're starting to grow forward at a specific angle of this Star Destroyer. But they are missing pieces, definitely. Not like in the first part in the mountain where I thought, okay, 1 piece could be missing and I was not sure. But here I'm definitely sure. There's a 2x12 plate, light bluish gray missing, a 1x12 dark bluish gray missing, a 2x3 light bluish gray, 1x2 light bluish gray 5 or 6, a 3x3 in dark bluish. I have one over in light bluish, so all the things I told you, the missing parts, they are invisible. They are underneath here, and so you can replace them with parts you have left over from the beginning of the build, because for this 2x12 you can use these pieces here and so on, and nothing it doesn't matter if it's 2x12 or 2x6, so you can replace it with any color and any form. At least it fits in the all over shape. What I want to say to you, normally Mould King is very good with missing parts. Normally you have no missing parts, not too much over, but no missing parts. But at the moment they are producing so many sets, Perhaps it's a little bit too much, because I heard from other people they missed 1 or 2 pieces. I don't know. We will see. 150 pieces over, then I'm done. Oh man, I did it. Over 700 building steps on 352 pages. Here the last 2 pieces. And against what I said in the first part or before, you can build them symmetrically. Yes, no. On the blade you see in the instructions, there are these 2 hinge blades for this part that this one hasn't. So you can build them symmetrically, and when you come to the layer with this modified blades, then just go forward in the instructions to the second, look how they did the layer, and then you can switch to symmetrical synchronous build 2 simultaneously. That's the word I searched for. Okay, so around 15 missing pieces, perhaps 20, but I don't believe it. I believe it's around 15 pieces were missing. This is all we have over. That's nearly 100 pieces, 80 by 200 pieces, bigger blades, a lot of wedge blades, 2x4 blades. That's nice. You can always use them, because 15 loss, 100 win, so it's okay. So that's the so I get my pieces. Sometimes I buy a lot of AliExpress, but this is, I build around 200 sets the last 2 years, and each had from 2 to 200 spare parts, so I have a good collection. Okay, the video is over here, is already long enough. So if you want to see the final model, yes, I'm a sucker, I know. When you want to see the final model, just watch part 3, the final review, when we see what cost me a lot of work, not sleepless nights, but a lot of work, and 16 to 20 hours with nearly no building fun, no cool techniques. That's really hard work, this set. Really a hard work. And this is not for a guy who sees it and says, oh, I haven't built 20 years of Lego, I want to build this. Oh no. There are so many flying parts, hidden parts. The instructions is not so great because of the perspective. That's really a set for, was it not for rookies, for novice or professional builders? Not professional builders, you know what I mean, for collectors who has built a few sets, then it's okay. But if you want, if you're new to this hobby, then don't buy the set. Don't buy the set. Wait a little time. Wait a little time. Okay, so I hope you see us on part 3. The final review of the Empire over Jedi City from Mould King. Man, this is worth, I hope this will be worth all the work, and I hope I can attach them easy without breaking anything.